And good morning from another beautiful sunny day here in Barbados. And today we're teaming up again with Glory Tours for another of their incredible tours around the island. This one is called Beautiful Barbados. We're getting picked up in the van. This is Kwame. He's going to be taking us around the island today. How you doing?
Hi, morning everyone.
And it is 9 a.m. We've got a big day ahead of us. So let's go. And we have made our first stop off here in Bridgetown, which is the most recognizable city in the whole of the West Indies. It's an absolutely beautiful, vibrant, colorful city. And you will also notice with the architecture of this place that it is very Dutch inspired. And the reason for that Dutch influence is because when Bridgetown was developed, the Brits did contract a lot of Dutch because they were the specialists in the sugarcane industry, and that is why you have such a beautiful looking city. But right now I'm here in what was once known as Trafalgar Square. Again, a lot of British influence, but is now known as All Heroes Square. And that right there is the Parliament building. And we have just driven past George Washington House. And this was the only house that George Washington ever lived at outside of the US. It is also a museum that is normally open, that you can wander around, but now it is currently closed. And directly next to it is the race course, and when races do happen, it is free to come and watch. You can just stand here and see the horses. But of course, if you come first thing in the morning to the Radisson Aquatica beach, the beach right next to the Radisson Aquatica, you can actually see the horses between 6 a.m. to about 6:30 a.m. going for their morning swim. And right next to the race course, there is the Garrison Savannah and the military building here in Barbados. And actually, at one point in history, this is where executions used to take place. People were hung or they were lashed in the center after being sentenced within there. And we're stopping off for some Rum Punch from Mike. This is your Rum Punch, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Wow, okay.
Made last night, fresh.
And how long do you have to drink it?
Oh, not very long.
Not very long.
Usually, this won't last you very long. It's a very small bottle.
Thank you, Mike. See you soon. And for our next stop, we have come to St. Philip's Parish, which is the biggest parish on the island, and it's at the southeast of the island. And one of the great things about this beach is the fact that it is pretty empty. You will be blessed with these incredible waters. And even though it does have the name Foul Beach, the name did come from the bait that was used a long time ago. It does not have that smell anymore, and it is a place where the locals will come, so you know this is a beach to visit. Wow, okay, what percentage is this?
He said 22%.
This is 22%, and I just took a swig of it as if it's just fruit juice. That is delicious, super fresh, and just super refreshing for a day like today. And it is included on the Glory Tours tour, so that is big positive.
The best beach I've seen on the island so far.
Really?
Yeah.
How come?
It's just beautiful. It's
idyllic.
no people there.
No people, yeah, I'd agree.
The waves, the sands are nicely shelving.
So it seems Foul Bay isn't quite so foul after all.
This rum punch is the best rum punch I've ever tasted. And I've tasted quite a lot of rum punches since I've been here. And do you know what? If there's one reason and one reason alone for coming on this particular tour, oh my goodness me, guys.
This stuff right here.
This.
So book, link in the description below.
This is a beautiful example. This is lined with beautiful palm, you know, the palm
Mahogany.
trees. And then on each side of mahogany, the protected mahogany trees.
And next on our tour is Codrington College, which is the oldest theological seminary in the whole of the Western Hemisphere. It is a place where priests learn to become priests. They take 3 to 4 years training and studying here, but it is not just a place where priests learn to become priests, because also locals and tourists do visit this wonderful establishment because it has some incredible views over the Atlantic Ocean. There's some lovely fish which you can come and have a look at and give them a quick feed, but also the palm trees are absolutely stunning on your drive in. It really reminds you of being away on holiday, and it is a lovely stop that Glory Tours take you on.
Well, mostly got great houses up
And we have made a stop, a cultural stop, at St. John's Parish Church. And the thing that's unique about this church isn't the age, isn't the design, but it is more so the fact that it is built upon Hackleton's Cliff, which gives you these incredible views from the entire north to the south east coast of Barbados, and it is beautiful from up here. You've got this lovely view of the Atlantic Ocean.
So it's called a West Indian ficus or ficus tree. It's part of the banyan family,
Right.
but also recognized as a bearded fig tree.
Bearded fig tree, that's the name that I know.
Yes, that's correct.
And that's where the name Barbados came from.
Right. The name actually was given by Pedro de Campos in 1536 as he ventured onto the island and saw the island of itself fully infested with these trees they call the bearded fig trees.
So this person right here was buried standing up. And
Thomas
what?
Henry C.
Wow, okay. You wanted to go out in style, I guess. Now, an interesting fact about this church and the graveyard here is all the people that are buried here had to own over 30 acres of land here in Barbados, but also be a member of the church. But in addition to that, they are all buried in lead coffins. And right now we are driving through what is known as the Scotland District, and you can really tell why as you drive through. We've also got a lovely view of Mount Hillaby, which is the highest point on the island at 1,120 feet high. And this district, St. Joseph's Parish, is absolutely beautiful. And we have made it to the Animal Flower Cave, which is somewhere you must visit at least once in Barbados. And this also marks the most northern part of the island. And they also say that this is where the two seas meet, the Caribbean and the Atlantic Ocean. But actually, the Caribbean Sea does not exist around Barbados, and surrounding Barbados, it is only the Atlantic Ocean. So it's not two seas. One of the really great things about the Animal Flower Cave is this right here. It's almost a natural firework display. The way that these crashing waves fire up and all mist above the cliff, and it is absolutely stunning to see. A really great picture opportunity. Now, something that you will notice in Barbados is all the houses are painted these beautiful pastel colors because the color would last a lot longer, so that when the color did fade, it still had this lovely look to it. And it is far more economical in terms of cost because it lasts longer. And in we go into the Animal Flower Cave. Oh, this is pretty steep. Wow, it's pretty dark and steep, but wow, when you get the first sight of this, it is stunning. It is absolutely beautiful down here. You can see the mist that has formed from the water and the waves crashing in, the little puddles that have formed. It is absolutely lovely. So unfortunately right now we're not going to be able to see the sea anemones, which is one of the big things to do and see here, and that is because the tide is currently up. So on occasion the tide changes and it will limit what you can and can't see here, but it is still absolutely fabulous to come for a dip with your swim costume and just admire the turquoise blue seas. You agree? Precisely. Yeah, it's super cool down here, but you've got to be cautious and mind your head, because otherwise you might not have one by the time you get back to the top. Yeah, these steps are not fun to climb back up. It is a proper workout, this. Oh, Kwame, what have you got for us here?
We have some breadfruit tacos.
Breadfruit tacos.
Delicious.
What is it exactly? So it's a breadfruit taco, and it's not made with normal taco, it's made instead with breadfruit, which
You
is...
see the shape of the breadfruit. Thinly sliced, wrap round it. Pulled pork, onions, tomatoes, chilies.
And I got the jerk chicken tacos. And this is actually the only place in the whole of the Caribbean which does these breadfruit tacos. It is a new thing and it's something that you absolutely have to try. So I'm gonna try my jerk chicken breadfruit tacos. I do love a taco and I'm intrigued to see how these taste. The taste of the Caribbean, it's got that spiciness, jerk chicken. Oh wow. And the breadfruit is a real distinctive little difference. It's very nice. And we are back in Speightstown, which was actually built and developed by a gentleman called Sir William Spikes, who was actually from Bristol in the UK. And one thing that you will notice about this entire town is it is like Bristol way back when, in the olden days. And something that's so beautiful about Barbados is it is almost as if it is taken a snapshot in history from back in time in the UK, and you can really get a feel for what life would have been like back then with the beautiful buildings. And also some parts in Bristol you will probably notice still have the exact same appearance as here in Speightstown. We did come here to Speightstown the other day with my family, so if you haven't seen that video already, make sure you click that card up there and you'll be able to watch a more in-depth tour around Speightstown. But one of the best things to do here in Speightstown is of course visit the mural and have a look at that, because it is a beautiful thing to see. It is just in the distance over there. You can sort of see it from here. And this is an absolutely lovely beach to come relax on, come sunbathe and go for a swim. There are plenty of people doing that with some lovely cafes as well on the water and some water sports, it seems. There's a catamaran there. But yeah, a lot of fun and something definitely to bear in mind here in Speightstown. Now, one thing you might notice about Speightstown is there is quite a bit of work going on, some repairs, and that is because they are trying their absolute best to bring Speightstown up to scratch of what it used to look like. So you can see here there's the pavilion, and it is a really beautiful thing because it is as if you are going back in time and seeing Bristol in the way it would have looked at one point, but also it is preserving that iconic look here in Barbados, which is absolutely stunning. The pastel colours, beautiful, and I love it here.
When I realized that your meal.
And we are finally back home after an incredible day out with Glory Tours. Guys, if you want to book this tour, make sure you use the link in the description below. I cannot recommend it enough. The guides are exceptional. Corey from the tour the other day was amazing, and Kwame is super engaging. And the fact that he's actually got a degree in history means that if you have any extra questions about Barbados, about the history, about England, the Dutch, the French influence, and all the other things, he's gonna have that information for you. So you're gonna learn lots and lots. Kwame, thank you so much for an amazing tour, an amazing day. So guys, that is going to be the end of another video from here in sunny, beautiful Barbados. If you have enjoyed this one, please hit the like button down below, and also consider subscribing by hitting that red button and click the notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new video, which is on a weekly basis. Also check out this playlist here, which has more videos from Barbados. But as always, I'll see you in the next one.